all of a sudden, I'm driving home from taking my son to school, which is like 5 minutes away, and I see a police car putting their lights on, so I pull to the side because that's what you're supposed to do. And next thing I know, he's pulling me over. I'm like, I don't speed. What did I do? Like, I'm on a bike where I have to put like a turn signal, like put my hand up, like I'm turning right. And he knocks on my window, and he's like, license or registration. I'm like, okay. And he's like, get out of your car. I'm like, what? He's like, give me your keys, give me your wallet, give me your phone. I'm like, am I being robbed by a police officer? My daughter's sitting there like shocked. Thank God I had my dog with me because it was like comforting for my daughter. I had to stand in front of this police car behind my car. This guy right next to me, every time I flinch, he's like, don't move. My friends are driving by like, Yosh, what's going on? I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know. Next thing they say, where's your wife? I'm like, she's at the gym. They went to go get her. They took her phone. Before my wife got to me, they're like, follow us to your house. I'm like, okay, what's going to happen next? I see an armored truck in front of my house and tons of police cars, people with like huge rifles and big guns. And I'm looking at this truck, armored truck. I'm like, is that for me? Like, am I going in there? Like, what? Like, I'm about to like get all like white and pass out while I'm driving. I'm like, my daughter's there.
Do you have any idea what's going on?
No idea. I didn't even know if it was about, I had no idea about nothing at all. And I'm just like looking at my daughter, it's okay, don't worry, she's freaking out. And then I park my car, a guy comes up to me, he reads like this whole thing to me, like I forgot what it was, but like, cause I was like so out of it. And then then my wife took my daughter to school. And like after an hour, I'm like, it was like maybe 10 o'clock, I'm like, can I put on my tefillin? I said to the guy, I'm like, I need to pray, And I'm thinking like, oh, he's going to go in the house, bring him outside in this heat. And he's like, okay, let me ask my head officer. He's like, I'm Jewish too. I should probably put them on. I'm like, you can, sure. Like, I'm like being, my life's being taken over. I'm offering to fill in to someone.
You're asleep.
I know. I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, I look back and I'm like, I'm a mental case. So he's like, we go inside, we have to sit on my couch. And eventually my wife shows up, I'm praying while watching these people take over my house. And then eventually, there's people like screaming like, we found something. They had like a dog that smells for money. We found something. And I just had my bathroom redone, and there's a hole in the wall because they had to fix the pipe. And you see people coming down like so disappointed, like we didn't find anything. I think that was the only laugh my wife and I got. So eventually they're like, oh, now you're going to come with us. I'm like, I'm like, what is going on here? All I heard is my Amazon was shut down, my bank account was frozen. That's what I heard. And then they say, you might want to get a lawyer. That's all I knew so far. All of a sudden, these 6 huge guys and the prosecutor and this other officer surrounding me, asking me everything about my life. From day one, what was your first job?
So that's how they meant like to still in the house.
Yeah, still in the house. And they brought me to my kitchen, and I'm like already shaking. And then I started to calm down because they're asking me like questions like, if you ask me, what was your first job? Where did you grow up? Although I didn't know any of the dates. I'm like, it's around this time. And, but then they started to get mad because nothing I said, I think, helped them, for what they might have been looking for. So I'm like freaking out because like these big guys like started to speak to you angry. So I'm like, can I go to my wife? I'm like about to have a panic attack. So they're like, sure, go ahead. So I'm sitting with her like freaking out and holding my head with the pillow. Like I can't breathe. And the officer's like, are you okay? I'm like, no. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm having a panic attack. And then they're like, as I'm doing that, they're like, do you want to keep your guns or do you want us to take them? My wife's like, I think you should take them. My husband doesn't look very good.
Right.
They're like, okay.
We're in Florida.
I'm like, that's what you're asking me? No. Please give me my gun. I'm having a panic attack. My life is over. Hand it over.
The shotgun. We need to get this right.
Yeah. Give me my gun, not my wife's, because I want to say I did it with my gun. A few hours later, after they pack my stuff and they're done eating their Domino's pizza on my kosher dining room table.
It's new Parmesan stuffed crust pizza, and it's only from Domino's.
It's one thing to bring it in. I'm Jewish. I keep a kosher home. You didn't even ask me, am I hungry? like I didn't have to drink
like maybe you had a question of faith now while you're outside you take it over.
I'm like,
you know what, I'll try pepperoni pizza.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm sure I'm exempt because I'm dying here. Let me have my last piece of food. And so they finally leave, and And all I'm saying is, this is how I give myself pride because I'm so close to this is like Sukkot time. This is right before October 7th. And I say to the office, I'm like, I'm thinking I'm going to jail. I'm like, am I going to be able to finish my sukkah? Like, that's what I had in my mind. And can I take my son to hockey tonight? Because I didn't want to disappoint my kids, right before Sukkot and my son's hockey, which is where my oldest son and I, we bond. He's like, we're not taking you away, but get a lawyer. So they leave. I see my house is a mess. My attic door is on the ground. My office was like rammed in. Even though I gave them my keys, I opened my safe for them. I'm like, just ask me to code. My papers are everywhere. Oh no.
That sounds fun though.
Yeah, I know. Like at least let me watch.
Yeah.
And I called my friend who introduced me to this guy. So now I kind of know what's going on. And he's like, okay, let me see if I can find you a lawyer. Almost like, oh, I'll Google it. Like, I'm like that.
Now, you said your daughter was with you.
So my daughter eventually, when my wife came back to the gym, she took her to school. She's like, we're going to take you to school because you can't stay here. And that was probably... Sorry.
It's okay.
That was the hardest thing of almost everything that happened with me was my daughter, who I was so... I told her... Because I am very close to my son because he does hockey. I said, listen, every year we're going on a trip, me and you. So we went to Orlando one year. We went to the water park. We had to spend a night in a nice hotel. I'm like, we're going to do this every year, just me and you. And so we only got 1 year. And she was about to have her bar mitzvah, and she's going through the teenage years. And to see her go through that there's not a day that went by that I wasn't like, it's one thing I suffer, but my daughter is, she's going to remember this forever. And she lost her dad. And that was the hardest thing. Like, I felt like I wasn't a dad anymore. And my kids are my life. Like, I literally would take a bullet for them. And to see my kids suffer, my 6-year-old knowing that I can't go anywhere. Like, it's like, we're going to the park, but I know dad can't go. It was heartbreaking. And then all of a sudden I'm taken away. I was incarcerated for 12 days. And my life was the fact that the Aleph Institute, Rabbi Katz, that first day, he brings me my tefillin, not someone else's. He brings me mine. And the blessing was that I had a note that my daughter wrote me in there for many years. I used to save her notes. And I saw, but first Rabbi Katz like, come on, let's go. We don't have a lot of time. David, come on, stop. Like, toughen up, man. And I couldn't stop crying. I'm like, because I didn't think I was going to see my tefillin. And then that, like, I'm like, I need something to give me, like, life. And so I was in a section with maybe like, Hashem saved me in so many ways when I was in jail. Prison jail, I don't know what, the difference. And when I first got there, first of all, when I got there, there's like 4 rooms you go in for different interviews, like your health, they try to like classify you as far as like, are you a bad person? Are you tough? So I went into the last room and the lady looks at me and she's like, are you the guy from Property Brothers? I'm like, if I am, can I leave? Like, the Property Brothers, those 2 brothers that build homes?
Right, okay.
I'm like, this is what you're asking me? And then I go into, all these guys are in it's like 2 people per room. And I'm looking down, because like, I'm still like shocked. I had a panic attack on the way to the prison. My father-in-law took me. Because I was able to turn myself in. They didn't take me, which was I guess, nice of them. And they didn't raid my house on Yom Kippur because it was Yom Kippur the night. This is the day after Yom Kippur, my house got raided. Literally, like, I just prayed so hard to Hashem, and my house got raided literally the day after Yom Kippur. Like, I was on a high from Yom Kippur, and then I'm like, what is going on here?
At what point do you know what's going on?
So eventually, I hired a lawyer, and I still wasn't shocked, and I sat with them, and they said, this is the charge against you. This is what they think, that you're dealing in stolen property, that you bought from this guy who was killed. The guy was killed that I bought from.
We'll get to that part. But
my lawyer told me, this lawyer, I hired this big time firm because everyone said, you need a good lawyer. Even though you didn't do anything, you need a good lawyer. And they sat me down and said, listen, these are the charges. They said, tell me everything about your Amazon business with this person. And I said, okay, fine, no big deal. And they said to me, it's like, we want to let you know that it's just going to be like Trump, where he goes in and he just takes a picture and he leaves. You're going to have to go into jail for just like 24 hours. And then a week before I had to turn myself in, they're like, it might be 3 days. And I'm like in my closet on the floor, like freaking out. My wife's like, you need to calm down. Like I didn't know what I was gonna do to myself. Like I was freaking out. Like literally on the floor, I'm like I'm like covering myself like maybe I'll disappear. Like a kid puts thing over them, like you can't see me, or like I'm trying to disappear. Freaking out. I had a panic attack on the way to jail. After they told me, and they told me, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. I didn't do anything wrong. Like I literally, like I told them the whole story. I'm like, I've been doing the same thing for 12 years. Buy goods, sell them. Buy goods, sell them. And I always get a reference. Like I don't buy from just anyone. Like you could ask anyone in the business. Everyone knows me. Like what is going on here? And to backtrack, the police said,